Creativity is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because we all make mistakes. So let's turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Oh, those moments where the expectation is met with silence. People in a moment of collaboration and the energy to bring forward a thought sits in the darkness caused by change and challenge. Silence. I do remember those days in terrestrial radio when the entire on-air staff would get together to try to come up with a new plan, a path, a new way to pick up on greater ratings. The same speech is always delivered. No new idea is a bad idea. Yet any idea was usually challenged by higher decision makers controlling the amount of dollars required to pull off the winning idea. This isn't a bash against broadcasting because life at a grocery store is pretty much played the same way. Ideas are always in need. Sharing them requires courage as well as forgiveness. Because whatever idea is brought to the light, it'll become darkness due to the rule keepers who trust that their ideas are always right. More than ever, the best advice for sharing an idea is to not say anything at all. Hey, it's Arroe. This is the Daily Mess. Wow, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer, the silent wolf. I like to just sit back and watch. I love getting into conversations to listen, to be a part of, without having to really go way out there. I am a daily writer. Put it on paper and let's create a conversation. This is the Daily Mess. What are we setting ourselves up for? How can we prepare for the unknown and yet the writing's on the wall? I mean, look around you. The feds were weirded out when the consumers didn't change their buying habits while inflation and interest rates were going totally crazy. Two huge wars on the planet right now, and the talk of it going to World War III doesn't seem to be knocking on the hearts of those living out the moments. What are we setting ourselves up for? Have you been physically and mentally trained to set things out of sight so that we can keep them out of our mind? I don't want to be the guy running around shouting, "The sky is falling, the sky is falling." How about Paul Revere? Do you think people believed him? The British are coming, the British are coming. I keep waiting for an imprisoned mind to step free of his or her captured state, to be labeled a long-lasting and loved Lex Luger. Remember him from Superman? Being a criminal seems to be acceptable in the way of being the assumed voice of the people. What are we setting ourselves up for? And are you ready? Because the decisions that we personally make on a one-on-one basis, they're going to affect everybody else. You can't pull yourself in when the rest of the world is out there. And we're all going to be out there because you need something out there. And no matter how high you plant your walls, you're still going to need something out there. What are we setting ourselves up for? And are you ready? Not to scare you. It's called awareness. Keep your eye on the reality of the world and out of your ocular goggles. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.